mode.
Thank you for joining us today, and welcome to How to Drive Traffic to Your Business, presented by Kendra Aucamp of Post Crescent Media. My name is Ryan Kaus, and I will be your host today. I direct the Wisconsin Small Business Development Center here at UW Green Bay. The Wisconsin Small Business Development Centers are located at each four-year UW campus and provide no-cost small business growth consulting and low-cost small business leadership training. Our website is www.uwgb.edu/SBDC. We are also part of a national network of small business development centers, or SBDCs. Also joining me for tech support and for taking questions today is Michael Wentworth from TMR Associates. In June, he presented the How to Improve Cold Calling Efficiency and Results webinar, which you can now find a recording of on YouTube as well as on our website. Our webinar today is the fourth of 7 in a series of monthly webinars we call our Secrets to Success series, designed to help small business owners increase their financial success. At the conclusion of this webinar, we will provide the upcoming webinar topics, and we encourage you to consider registering for those as well. I would also like to thank our partner for the Secrets to Success webinar series, First Business. With us today is Nikki Noon, President of the Northeast region for First Business. Nikki?
Thank you, Ryan. We at First Business are proud to be a sponsor of the Secrets to Success webinar series. Thank you, Ryan, and thank you, Michael, for hosting the program. At First Business, we're very motivated to help business owners succeed. And so we look forward today to listening to Kendra and seeing how using social media can help.
Thank you so much, Mickey, and I really thank you for your continued dedication to small business success. During the webinar, we invite you to ask questions at any time. Please use the menu at the right of your screen in the section indicated within the red circle. You may type your question there and press Enter to submit it. We will also take questions at the end for a few minutes. And now I am very pleased to turn it over to our expert presenter this month, who is also celebrating a birthday today, Kendra Aucamp of Post Crescent Media. Kendra?
Good morning, everybody. Today I want to bring to the table some of my experience with the various different small businesses and also touch on a medium that allows you not only to create almost a loyalty program, but also interact directly with the different social mediums. What we're going to take a look at today specifically is Foursquare, and just a very basic overview of what Foursquare is and why it's important to you and how it can help your business. So again, what is it, why is it important to you, and essentially how do we get it started? What we're going to take a look at first and foremost is what is Foursquare. Wikipedia actually defines Foursquare as a location-based social networking website for mobile devices, such as smartphones. Users can check in at venues using a mobile website, text messaging, or a device-specific app by selecting from a list of venues the application locates nearby. Each check-in awards the user points and sometimes badges. So your immediate thought is, why do I care? Or what is this, and how is it really going to help my business? The thing about Foursquare is, even though you might not be active on Foursquare as a business, users are using this medium to check in at your business, leave reviews about your business, and comments about other people, or for other people to read. The beauty of this program is it allows you, by claiming your Foursquare page and updating it with pertinent information, number one, to be more user-friendly to any users that are using the medium, but number two, it's important because it allows you to have an opportunity to see what other clients or users are saying about your business. If we move on, again, why is it important? It allows people, allows you as a business to reward people who frequent your location. It's a gateway to digital word of mouth. Friends can see what local businesses other friends are visiting. And then finally, again, users can leave tips or comments for others to view when they check in at the business. So this is an opportunity for two things: for you to stay interactive with people that currently frequent your business, and two, stay on top of that digital word of mouth, which you're probably hearing a lot more about in the last couple of years. Foursquare is essentially a loyalty program. It's a free way for you to be able to reward frequent customers by giving a discount or tie it in with other social networks. You can give your mayor a reward. You can use tips. All of these things might seem a little bit overwhelming. You know, what's a mayor? How could you tie this in, or how would you give a discount? After this short presentation about why Foursquare is important, we will move forward into talking about how to set up giving a discount and rewarding your customers and those types of things. Moving forward, I want to switch over into actually Foursquare's realm and really kind of show you the nuts and bolts of how the program works. If you don't currently have a Foursquare and you visit www.foursquare.com, this is the screen that you're going to see on your desktop. What you can do here is it gives you two options up in the right-hand corner. You can either log in if you have an account already, or you can sign up to create a new account. If you are signing up to create a new account, this is the form that you're going to run into next. That's going to show you all the information that Foursquare asks for you to provide to be able to create a business account within Foursquare. You do have the option that if you already have a Google Plus account, or if you have a Facebook account, you do have an option to link your Foursquare account to either of those social media accounts as well. I would recommend linking it to one of the two because everybody in our field needs one less password, you know, like a hole in the head. So, you know, trying to avoid that additional remembering the password and all of those types of things, it is easier if you use one of your other logins. Let's take a look here then. Once you log in for the first time, you're going to get this pop-up that's going to say and explain to you some of the manager tools. What we're going to do here is we're going to walk through the different management tools and talk about how to set up offers, how to provide your clientele with more information about your business. Let's say that you're a restaurant and you have live music on Friday nights. We do have an opportunity within Foursquare to set up an event calendar that can allow users to access that information just from another medium about the types of events and things that are coming up. So this is a very helpful slide. When you do register for your Foursquare account, I would recommend reading through this information so that you do understand a little bit of the navigation. But again, I will walk you through that shortly. So once you have gone through the registration process and set up your account, I'm switching screens here to move right over into Foursquare. I'm already logged into Foursquare, and the account that I am currently managing is the Herald Times reporter out of Manitowoc, Wisconsin. So what we can actually do once you create and enter that information that it asks you, this is the following screen that you're going to get to. There is a verification process. It's something that you can either A, generate a phone call that will allow you to say, yes, I am this business owner, or yes, I am this business's representative, or you can receive a card in the mail with a confirmation code. I would recommend the phone call. It's faster and it allows you to get live sooner, but just so that you're aware, there is that one additional step that is not laid out here. So once we log in as the business, we have the opportunity to do two things down here: manage our listings and see customer statistics. Let's start with managing your listing. If we click in there, this is actually an opportunity for us to edit the business's profile. It starts with the basic information where you can assign a profile picture, maybe add additional photos. If you have other mediums like a Twitter handle or a Facebook page, this is a great way for you to connect those to your Foursquare. The more places in social media that you have claimed profiles that you can link together can help you in other areas of your digital strategy, like your search engine optimization portion of your website and those types of things. So it's a great way to connect everything and really kind of enhance, another way to enhance your search engine optimization options. A little bit further down the list here, it allows us to add more information about the business. Our phone number, our address, maybe that information was incorrect on Foursquare and you need to correct it. By claiming this profile, you're able to optimize and update that information. Here we have an opportunity to edit our hours. This is where if you have a seasonal business that your hours change frequently, is a great opportunity to stay on top of that. As I was talking earlier, if you do have events that take place at your business, right here in this section is the area where you're able to go in and specialize particular events, their start time and their end time, and just really kind of allow your users to have a good picture of what's coming up in the next couple of weeks at your business. Down at the bottom here, it allows you to give some more information as far as if you accept credit cards, if you're a Wi-Fi provider, those types of things that might be important to that digital savvy customer. Down here at the bottom, you do have an option to expand and talk about advanced tools. This is where you can edit the type of categories that you fall into. If you're having issues with duplicate locations, this is where you can go in and clean that up. That's something that you can see with a business that recently moved or relocated. Maybe their old information is still lurking out there. This is where you can go in and delete that old profile that maybe was created. And this is just some more advanced information. You know, if you needed to delete the location for any reason or whatever, this is where you would be able to manage that from. So overall, right now, this is the basics for editing the profile once you've created that initial profile within Facebook or within Foursquare. Before I move on to the next section where we're talking about the different customer statistics and information that you can see, I want to show you an example of a Foursquare page that has been claimed and populated that's very impressive. If we take a look at Northeast Wisconsin Technical College, and I've just switched screens so that we can do that, you see that we have multiple photos across the top, actually over 65. We can take a look here. They do have their website, their Twitter, and their phone number connected to their Foursquare page. Their hours are up to date, so this changes on a daily basis. So if they're closed, it'll say they're closed. It gives you a little bit of a rundown on the business. It tells you how many Foursquare users are currently at that location right now in live time, how many total visitors that location has had as far as unique visitors go, and then how many total check-ins that location has had. And then we can get into some of the areas where we can see here are some of the tips that have been left or things that current events that are going on. There's opportunities for you to take a look and see between it's the most recent or the most popular. What you want to do is you want to encourage users to leave tips about your business. You know, and sometimes they're good and sometimes they're bad. You know, it's unfortunately, we're not going to please everybody 100% of the time. But when we know that these type of comments are being said out there, it allows us a medium to go back in and address those customers or those users. Not as directly as something like a Facebook would allow you to, but it at least allows you to know what's being said. If we look over here to the right, we can see that Greg W. is the mayor of Northeast Wisconsin Technical College with 37 check-ins in the last 60 days. When you're the mayor of a business on Foursquare, it allows you to have, if the business allows, for you to have exclusive offers. And that's going to kind of bring me to the next step that we'll take a look at. So I'm going to jump back to my management page here, where I can kind of show you a little bit about how we can set up specials to reward users. So if we take a look in here, there's an option to create a new special. And this is where you can go in and you can choose. Maybe you want to reward everybody. You know, leave me a tip and I'll give you 10% off of your coffee today if you're a coffee shop, or whatever the case may be. Then that user can go in, leave a tip about your business, show you their phone that they left you that tip, and then you can give them that 10% off offer that day, or whatever special you decide to come up with. So if you click on New Special, it gives you the option to do various different kinds of specials. And you know, the more you play along with this, I realize our time is kind of limited, but the more that we play around with this, the more options that you can see as a business. Swarm Special is if 30 people check into a place at the same time, they can get a specific offer. A Friend Special is if you check in with multiple friends, you know, you can set that amount, whatever it is. These are just examples. Again, you can reward existing customers with a loyalty special. You come back 4 times and check in. And what will happen is Foursquare will automatically push that offer through. So you set this up to be, you know, if you want to reward everybody that likes your business the first time that they like your business, then you can put this in here and you can specify what you want that offer to be. And that's where you move on to the next steps here. So as you can see, this is where you can kind of break it down. It gets a little bit more extensive as to what you want to reward them for. Here's where you can type in whatever you want your offer to be. And then it's set it and forget it. Foursquare takes it from there. If it's every first customer that comes in, then every time somebody checks in at your business for the first time, Foursquare will automatically push out that offer for you. Now let's say that you don't want to have that offer anymore. Once you've created that special, and let's say it's ran for 2 or 3 months, it's done very well, but you'd like to add an additional offer or change it, just remove it for whatever reason, once you have that special created, you can go in and edit that at any time, take it down, change it, whatever your desire is at that point. Alright, if we take a look back at the management page, then one of the other big pushes of a successful Foursquare campaign is being able to take a look at your customer statistics. Foursquare allows you, if you click right here on the See Customer Stats, it allows you real-world analytics where you can actually go in and see how many check-ins there have been, what type of people, if you're getting male or female, or what type of age group, and those types of things. Unfortunately, having the example here of a newspaper as the back end, we don't have a whole lot of people that usually come and check in at the Herald Times Reporter, unfortunately. But I wanted to just show you an example of what the reporting page looks like so we can talk about how to navigate it. So basically, this is your overview page where it just talks about the unique customers that have come into your menu. If you do have people that are currently or frequently returning, you can kind of take a look at those trends. This next page here goes a little bit more in depth with your real-world analytics. It looks like over the last year there's been 77 total check-ins at this location. It talks about how many check-ins are shared on Facebook, how many were shared on Twitter, how many unique customers, and here you see information on the demographics of your recent visitors and information like that. This final tab allows you to take a look at your long-term engagement. Now, somebody like a Northeastern Wisconsin Technical College that has a good following, this tab becomes more relevant, after you've established that following within the first, 3 to 6 months of your campaign. So at this point, that is really all that I have for you as far as an overview of what Foursquare is, why it's important, and then how you can use it as a business to either reward new customers, frequent customers, or large amounts of customers.
Very good, Kendra. We've got a question here from one of the attendees. They wanted to know, do you have any statistics on how many people actually use this kind of thing when they go to visit a location?
Absolutely, we do. Here in northeastern Wisconsin, Foursquare has recently been on a little bit of a rise. The most recent statistics that I have seen is around 37% of the younger, it's usually a younger audience that tends to use this medium. But it's a very active medium, and the people that use it frequently, like on a daily basis.
And here's another question that just came in. What types of businesses are you seeing the most activity for Foursquare in?
Usually it falls into the retail and entertainment segments that perform very well within Foursquare. However, as you can see from Northeastern Wisconsin Technical College, some of those like colleges, high schools, things like that are getting more popular, but more or less it's very popular within retail and the entertainment segment where the offers become more relevant to the users.
Got it. If you have any more questions, there's a question feature in the lower right-hand part of your menu there. Feel free to use that. I was just wondering, there seems to be a lot of support function to this kind of thing, that people look at and they say, how much attention am I going to have to spend on this thing every day to keep it up to date?
Right, and that's definitely a concern. The nice thing about Foursquare is, you set up your offers or your rewards, you claim your profile, and it's really kind of a set it and forget it type of program. It does kick you back automatic emails to give you up-to-date information on how many people have checked in. And you can edit that if you want to get that on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. So it's not something that you consistently have to go in there and continue to update. Unlike, your Twitter or your Facebook, where there's significantly more expected from the business as far as engagement and those types of things go. Foursquare is more or less putting your loyalty into your customers' hands. Tell your friends that you were here and I'll reward you in one way or another.
Now, would you, a lot of restaurants have tried some loyalty applications with mixed results. Would you recommend them consider using this instead of those applications? Kendra? I think we just lost Kendra.
Hey, Michael, this is Ryan. I can answer that question. Depending on the loyalty program.
On Foursquare, show them the amount of tips that were out there, and both positive and negative, that they had no idea even existed.
Sorry, Kendra, we lost you there at the beginning of your answer to that question. Could you repeat it?
Oh, sure, I'm sorry. Basically, a few months ago when I had originally given this presentation, the venue that we were actually at, in Manitowoc, we were able to pull up their Foursquare page and show them tips and things and comments that were out there about their business that they weren't even aware existed.
Got it. Well, I think that's all the questions we've got from our audience at this stage, Kendra. Where would you recommend they go to get more information about this?
This is a big, Foursquare.com is a huge area for you to go in and create the account. Now, it's not very helpful if you don't have an account set up. So the first step is really to get in there and dig in. Jump in feet first. I did walk you through a lot of the steps today as to how to get to that point. And the beauty of this situation is that you can't really screw it up. It's a fairly easy to navigate medium, and it's very easy and free. And it's a great way for you to interact with people who are already interacting with you. I would encourage you all to go out there to Foursquare and search for your business before you create an account and see what types of things are out there and what people are saying about you.
Well, terrific.
Thank you so much, Kendra.
Well, thank you all for your time.
Michael, anything else you want to say before closing?
Not for my end, Ryan.
Okay. Well, Michael, thank you, and Kendra, I really thank you for your presentation and how to use Foursquare to drive traffic to your business. Our next webinar will feature Scott Bushke of Cornerstone Business Services in October, and he will be addressing selling your business, learn how to prepare. Then in November and December, we also have webinars to wrap up this series. In November, Bill from Open Book Coaching will be talking about increased profitability and growth with Open Book Management. And Mary from Envision Financial Services will be wrapping up the year with financial and regulatory hotspots for 2014. Again, you can register for these webinars on our website. And with that, I'd like to thank Kendra Aukamp of Post Crescent Media. Happy birthday. Vicki Noon of First Business. And Michael Wentworth of TMR Associates. And thank you all for attending. Shortly, you will receive an email in your inbox with a recording link to this webinar. So feel free to use that to review some of the information that Kendra has shared with us today. And please do share the recording link as well with others that might need it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye now.